So this is going to be part 2 of this birth video. I wanted to share a little bit about what it was like to be home with the twins those first few weeks. We came home and like I said, it was a tropical storm. We were so excited to be home with them though. I mean, we were getting a little tired of being at the hospital. You know, it gets uncomfortable obviously after a while. So we came home. Leanna was here with us. She actually made this really cute sign to welcome them home. How was the first 2 weeks? Well, I set myself up with this expectation of this is about to be crazy. It's gonna be really hard. I think by doing that, it kind of made me feel a little better when I found myself feeling in control and capable of handling the twins. My partner did get 3 months off of paternity leave, so we were very blessed to have this time off to, you know, be with these twins at the same time, because the first few weeks are really hard. His mom also came to stay with us for a week or two, and that was really great. She helped us during like the night feeding sometimes because she's from France and obviously the time difference didn't allow her to adjust like her sleeping schedule, so she would be up at like 5 a.m. and she would come to our room at that time and grab one of the babies. She helped us feed, she helped us, you know, clean the kitchen a lot. She sometimes would make meals for us. I mean, it was really nice to have her here. And like I said, she does live in France, so for her it was amazing to be able to spend time with the twins in their first few weeks because she's the only family member that lives really far away. So it was really sweet to have her here. She's a first-time grandma too, so she's over the moon obviously with 2 grandkids at once. Everything felt really good because we had the house prepared. I had everything set. Our bassinet was ready, the changing table was ready. Sorry, there's a dog barking outside. Our changing table was set up, their clothes were set up. Even in our living room, we already had like their swings set up. When we came home from the hospital, I was like ecstatic about using everything that I had set up for weeks. And even he was like, wow, we feel so prepared because thankfully we had all this time. I started prepping very early, my nesting, because I knew that anything could happen at any point. So our house was pretty much just set up for these twins to arrive. They had their own individual situation going, which is what didn't help me with the breastfeeding stuff, because between pumping for him, breastfeeding her, she would latch, he wouldn't, having to feed him more frequently, having to keep them basically on different schedules because he needed more things than she did. That really made breastfeeding complicated for me, and also the emotional stuff that comes with that. So I didn't breastfeed for long. We decided to just continue on formula feeding. It was hard to let go in the beginning. I definitely felt very guilty, very emotional about stopping. It took me weeks to kind of feel okay with my decision. It even took me a week or two to decide to stop. It's such an emotional battle, being able to breastfeed and then having to stop and then feeling guilty. I mean, there's so much that comes up for you as a mom. At the end of the day, I did have a hard time stopping, but having the support from their doctor and my partner and even our family, you know, it just felt okay to make the decision at the end, and that was what worked best for us. My recovery has been pretty okay. I think the first 2 weeks I was definitely struggling. Recovering from a C-section is a little harder. It's a little different than a vaginal delivery. I felt like I couldn't really stand up straight the first 2 weeks at home. Those nighttime feedings and like moving around and grabbing them and picking them up, it felt really hard in the first 2 weeks, I won't lie. Using the bathroom was hard, showering, all those things were a little difficult. I will say though that because I worked out often during my pregnancy, I think that really contributed to me having a smoother recovery overall. Like now that I'm 2 months out, I can definitely say that, you know, I imagined it being worse. I think the hardest part was the first week or two, and then after that I would gain my strength back little by little. I forced myself to walk around the house. I forced myself to walk outside when I could, just to get my body into a better transition to recovery. I did start working out again as soon as I got the clearance from my doctor around 6 weeks. I started working out from home, so I try to get a workout in when they're napping, and it's been going pretty well. I've done 3 workouts a week, which is phenomenal because having twins is obviously like all day 24-hour job. It feels so good to do something for myself. Aside from the benefits of the physical strength and all that stuff, it helps me a lot with my mental health. It gives you energy, right? Because you're producing all these good hormones when you work out. Having a C-section obviously means you have a longer road to recovery, so anything I can do to make that smoother and better, it's great, because I need as much strength as possible physically, especially in my arms, because carrying these twins, they're getting so much heavier day by day, and I'm like, holy crap, my arms are about to be toned just from lifting them. I still feel not 100%. I did lose most of the weight that I gained from the pregnancy. I think in total I gained about 50 pounds and I've lost like 30 so far. So I'm in the last stretch of the last 20 pounds. I'm not really expecting a time frame of when I'm going back. I'm just working out to have strength, to feel good. The first 30, I feel like I dropped immediately in the first few weeks, and then I kind of just plateaued, and I'm just here at this like weight right now, and it hasn't really gone up or down. It's just kind of there. With my first child, that's kind of what happened as well. I lost a big chunk of weight in the first few weeks, and then it took me a few more months to get back to my weight, which I didn't even think would happen because I gained so much weight in my first pregnancy. But that being said, I love my clothes and I don't want to buy new clothes. So I'm hoping that I go back down to my weight just so I can keep my clothes. I don't know about you guys, but I have an attachment to like the clothes that I like. I like thrifting and stuff. So a lot of my clothes feel very special to me and I'm kind of like, I really don't want to let them go. I'm being patient with myself. I'm giving myself grace. Some days do feel like, oh, I just want to like fit into my clothes again. And then other days I'm just happy that I'm healthy, that my kids are healthy. And every day gets a little better. I feel more like myself every day. We actually had their names picked out before we even knew what they were gonna be. I knew early on that I was gonna want short names. I was focused more on sounds versus like actual names that matched or anything like that. I want both their names to be like no more than 4 to 5 letters. I did come across their names off like lists, obviously, of names and stuff. And when I saw the name Cora, I immediately felt drawn to it. It just sounded so beautiful. It's not as common, and I thought it was such a beautiful name because in Spanish the word heart is corazón and Cora is like a short way of saying corazón. For the boy, I saw the name Enzo, and again, that's that Z sound, that O, like I loved it. I love the way it sounded. And then when I thought of Enzo and Cora together, I was like, okay, I really like this pair of names. We stuck with the names. We did look at other options, but nothing really felt as good to us as those first 2 names that we liked. We found out it was boy and girl and we were like, oh wow, this is perfect because we already have 2 names that we like. The only person we told the names to was my daughter. We didn't tell anyone else, no friends or family. We wanted it to be something that was special to us. And we also like weren't sure if we were gonna change our mind. So we didn't want to say the names too early and then change it later. So we were like, let's just keep it to ourselves. It feels very special right now. But then at the end, when we realized, okay, this is gonna be their names, we know it, we decided to tell our family and friends. So that was really sweet. But yeah, the names we picked out really early and we just loved them and it never changed. So anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here because I've said a lot. I'm very happy that I was able to share this with you guys, even though it's been 2 months now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being along on this journey. I did share a lot of my journey on Instagram and I started my YouTube channel during my pregnancy, so it's kind of nice to have these videos too for the future. I truly enjoy being a mom, and as difficult as this is sometimes, it's also like, oh, it's so cute. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. Love you guys. Take care. Bye. This set that I'm wearing is from Uniqlo. I just purchased it the other day and I am obsessed. I love a good cozy fit. It's very fuzzy. It's like very soft to the touch. I decided to get it in this color, but they have it in pink, gray, or brown. I did get an extra small on the top, and as you can see, it has like a roomy fit. But the pants, I did get a size medium. I do find that they fit a little fitted. So if you're looking for a looser fit, even though they're really comfortable, it doesn't feel like suffocating tight. But like I said, if you want a looser fit around your like hips or your thighs, you might want to size up on the pant. It has this little drawstrings here if you want to tighten the waist. I love this outfit because I could just throw it on in the morning and I feel cute. I'm gonna link it in the description, so if you guys are interested, definitely go to Uniqlo, pick this up.